Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasrataye Svabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, Chapter 11, entitled The Childhood Pastimes of Krishna, text number 4. Bala uchur aneneti Bala uchur aneneti Tiryagatamulukhalam Tiryagatamulukhalam Vikarshita madhyagena Vikarshata madhyagena Purushavapya chakshmahi Purushavapya chakshmahi Bala uchur aneneti Tiryagatamulukhalam Vikarshata madhyagena Purushavapya chakshmahi Bala uchur aneneti Tiryagatamulukhalam Vikarshata madhyagena Purushavapya chakshmahi Bala aneneti Chakshmahi Bala uchur aneneti Tiryagatamulukhalam Vikarshata madhyagena Purushavapya chakshmahi Bala uchur aneneti Tiryagatamulukhalam Vikarshata madhyagena Purushavapya chakshmahi. Mataji. Bala uchur aneneti Tiryagatamulukhalam Vikarshata madhyagena Vapya chakshmahi. Balaha, all the other boys, Uchuhu, said, Anena, by him, Krishna, Iti, thus, Tiryak, crosswise, Gatam, which had become, Ulukhalam, the wooden mortar, Vikarshata, by Krishna, who was dragging, Madhyagena, going between the two trees, Purushau, two beautiful persons, Api, also, Achakshmahi, we have seen with our own eyes. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Then all the cowherd boys said, "It's Krishna who has done this." When he was in between the two trees, the mortar fell crosswise. Krishna dragged the mortar and the two trees fell down. After that, two beautiful men came out of the trees. We have seen this with our own eyes. Purport. Krishna's playmates wanted to inform Krishna's father of the exact situation by explaining that not only did the trees break, but out of the broken trees came two beautiful men. All these things happened, they said. We have seen them with our own eyes. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Dam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Go Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutve Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Asya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Mahasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So we are practically coming to the end of this beautiful pastime of Damodar, the Lord being bound with ropes of Mother Yashoda. Krishna has pulled these two trees down. They have come down with a crashing sound. Nanda Maharaj, who is around in the fields, came running and saw these huge trees, and right in the center, little Krishna crawling, tied by a rope to a wooden grinding mortar. And he wants to know what happened. And the children who were watching were just telling what they saw. So The wooden grinding mortar fell crosswise. Krishna was dragging, came in between the trees. He went ahead. The mortar got stuck crosswise between the trees. Krishna gave one pull and the two trees came down. The Arjuna trees, it was expressed by one devotee in Vrindavan, they are so deep rooted that even in storms, in some island he expressed, some islands, when there's a big storm, sometimes houses collapse. Some trees flow away, but the only things that remain are the Arjuna trees. Because they have very deep roots. So it's not just a tree. That itself is an amazing thing. But it's the Yamala Arjuna tree. And not just trees which had grown recently. Standing there for literally thousands of years. And Krishna just one tug. The whole thing came crashing down. And just seeing. We saw it. Not only that, to add to this itself is too difficult to digest. In addition, they are giving another digestive. It says, from there came two other persons, beautiful demigod looking person, and they offered prayers to Krishna, thanked him and went away. And the Maharaj couldn't believe it. Pashyannapi na pashyati. They saw or they heard direct. Aankho dekha hal. They saw. They couldn't believe it. Even we see so many magic that Krishna performs all around us. But we don't see. Pashyannapi na pashyati. Just yesterday, day before yesterday, Krishna Chandra Prabhu gave an amazing, very sweet and simple class about the miracle that's happening all around us every moment. The mere fact that a dead body is sitting here and speaking. You may say, Prabhuji, dead body. It's actually, what is this body? This body is nothing but a combination of bones and flesh and whatnot, all the other substances. If you had an X-ray eyes, we may be aghast looking at it, obnoxious. And this body is speaking. And all of you are hearing. What's making just the speech to come out? Just speech to come out and you hearing it. If you hear the physiological explanation, you will faint. Every second, every word being made. First of all, the cells in the head, especially in an area called Broca's area, this is in the frontal lobe of the brain, decides what you want to speak, what words. And it has a full amazing thing of words to choose. I'm thinking now, which word to speak. It's like going into a library which has billions of books or you go in front of a dress wardrobe and you say, today, which one should I choose? And matching. Everything should match. The top and the bottom should match. Then all the other paraphernalia should match. Similarly, the intelligence is choosing, what should I speak? Which word combination? Is it grammatically right? Is it the correct lexicon? From a host of data that is there. And then picking up the right thing, putting them grammatically right. And after that it sends neurotransmitters between two cells, just kind of some chemicals are released. And they come and tell what you have to speak. And the nerves are supplying the diaphragm and the chest. And they say, we need energy. Air to speak, isn't it? Air needs to be, it has to compress. Air has to come out. So the lungs have to pump out the air. But simply air coming out, you won't understand anything. Then just the air has to come through larynx, the voice box. And there are two flaps which constantly vibrate. In males, between 120 to 210 times per second. This is 300. This is 350. Sare ga ma pa. Aro. Females, they don't have this voice box. Adam's apple. It's called Adam's apple because it extends. There is a low frequency. And in male, it is because of this extension after puberty. Suddenly there is a voice break, they say. That's because the extension of the cord and then, produces low frequency. And in women, it is little high. The highest is in children. So it's maybe 400 times per second. And because it is close to the women's voice, that's why Lata Mangeshkar sings for all the children. Then they vibrate, but then it is just coming out. Then there is a vocal cavity. From here to the lips, there is a vocal cavity. And the cavity has to adjust. I, U. Whichever vowel you want to say, which consonant you want to say, the tongue has to say, he has to tell K. That means the back of the tongue should hit the palate. Back of the palate. K, K, G. Or, two lips. Come on. B, B, B. Or ch, ch, ch. The tip of the tongue has to come and touch the, just behind the teeth. And then, if they are retroflex sounds, to, then it has to go down and then throw. Da, da, da. Because I am a speech therapist, studied for 5 years, it has to be used in Krishna's service. And then grammatically right, and then that's coming out, these vibrations, they hit your eardrum. The eardrum has to vibrate. The vibration of the eardrum is caught by 3 little bones, the malleus, the incus and the stapes. And the 3 bones go like this, like in a particular motion. And the 3rd bone is attached to another window. That window vibrates. That window moves in the cochlea. It's like a conch shell. That's like the cochlea in our eyes, in our ears, within the ear. There is some solution. That solution is moved because of the window moving. And that solution moves some hair cells. And the hair cells move because of the movement of the solution. And the movement is caught by a cell, caught by another nerve. And that goes to the area in the temporal lobe. Left side or right, left side basically. And there it is, these vibrations or neurochemical changes are perceived as sound and given a meaning over a period of time. We are trained. What is this, beta? Lid, yes. If you go in Russia and say lid, they don't understand. So these completely, some kind of sounds are given a meaning in the head. And all this, what I spoke, it took about 10-15 minutes to speak, is happening microseconds. There was, in Reader's Digest, they were bringing out and Joe's body and Jane's body. Every part of the body would speak. Very beautiful, amazing composition of, like very intellectual person, well-versed technical knowledge, but knew how to relate to the layman without kind of, going over their head. Each part of the body is telling its story, how I function. How many cells I have, the brain is telling. The liver speaks one time. It was like a continuous series. Every time a body is speaking. Amazing. We see, but we don't see. Pashyan api na pashyati. We are seeing a tree bringing out flower. Just see a flower. Just see a fruit, a coconut. It's simply amazing, miraculous. No scientist can ever, with all their good intelligence and all the ability at their disposal, all the skills, all their knowledge, cannot duplicate this. And even their so-called duplication is so falling short. Almost as close. And people pay a lot of money to go and see that. One painting, it looks as good as the real one. $20 million, like Krishna was telling. $12 million, a painting of some flower. But the same flower you see, sunflower. And then you see sunflowers in a field of them. So kya? Oh, Bhagwan kar sakte hai na? Nature. Whose nature? Pashyan api na pashyati. So the boys had clear faith. Oh, why can't Krishna do? Krishna pulled and they fell. Very matter-of-factly. For those who have faith, nothing is surprising. Faith in what? Faith in the inconceivable power of the Lord. That is the beginning of bhakti. Bhakti begins with Adau Shraddha. Faith in what? Faith in what is impossible for the Lord. Similarly, for a devotee, what's impossible? Impossible is in the dictionary of fools. Jagannath Prabhu was giving a amazing, realization few days back. He said, a rope in and of itself couldn't pull the trees down. The ukhal in and of itself could not have pulled the trees down. Because of their connection with Krishna, they pulled it. So ukhal could have said, Krishna aage the, main to asli dhakka mara. Probably. No, it was in connection with Krishna that even an ukhal can do amazing thing. The tree could have broken, the rope could have broken. The rope could have easily crashed, or the wooden mortar would have crashed. It would have broken into two. But it didn't. Because Krishna was in touch. They were in touch with Krishna. Similarly, even for a devotee, nothing is impossible if a person is in touch with Krishna. Nimittamatra bhavasavyasachi. Tasmato uttishta yasho labhasva. Conquer all this. It's a huge ocean. And here is a little Arjun instead of, Kaurava Sainya Sagaram. With Timingala fish. With Bhishma, Drona. Individually, Arjuna could have never handled it. Because he was in touch with Krishna on the chariot. Yes. What's impossible? This is faith. Faith in the inconceivable power of the Lord. This seemingly